Guys, welcome back to a brand new video. Welcome to Antalya in Turkey and welcome to the Euromarine Group headquarters. Now the Euromarine Group own Lazzara yachts and we've been given unrestricted access here at the yard and we're going to be showing you guys everything from the design to the manufacturing to the finished products. So let's go and take a look.
Good morning, Tristan.
Good morning, Denise.
Welcome to Euromarine.
Thank you very much. We're really looking forward to seeing this wonderful facility.
We are so happy to have you.
Brilliant. Let's go and take a look.
And have a look.
Right, so this is the main entrance.
This is the main entrance to the shipyard.
Yep.
We have separated our shipyard to two different sections.
Right.
This is the part that is dedicated to offices.
Yep.
And on the left side, we have full production area, which
Fantastic.
Where all the things are done in-house.
Brilliant. Well, let's go and take a look at the offices first, and then we'll go and check out the production lines. So how many people do you have working here?
Our own staff is around 120 people, but when we use the subcontractors, it could be 150,
right,
depending on the project. This is interior and exterior design department.
Wow, look at this. Good morning, guys.
Of course, for every project, we do have a mood board, which has the materials that we advise to the client to use or was already used for the boat.
So when the client comes, they get to touch, feel, smell the materials, and they can choose what they want to put onto their boat.
Yes, and our own team is always looking for the best possible choice available on the market.
Yes.
For a specific client, and then they present to us and to the client the best option possible.
Right.
For his choice.
I see you have a 3D printer here, making something at the moment.
Yes, which speeds up the whole process.
Fantastic. Very
nice. This is a unique machine that you would not find everywhere, but we thought that it would be important to invest in our own in-house facilities to make our production, the end production, fast, efficient, and appealing to the client.
Yes, because a lot of shipyards will use external designers. So the fact it's internal is great because then, because you've got the production line here, the designers can go physically see how it all works. So it's a lot more seamless.
They communicate with each other. They can come and see how the real boat looks like. What could be done, improved. So this also helps to make the work efficient. And create the perfection for our client.
Right, shall we carry on? Let these guys get back to work. Cheers, guys.
Welcome.
Thank you.
On the right side, we have the administration office.
Okay.
Important part of every shipyard.
Yeah, the admin.
To manage the documentation, the administration process. One of the most important departments is the purchasing.
Right, so they're in charge of buying all the materials in order to manufacture the yachts.
Moving forward, I would like to introduce you to Mr. Muzaffir. He's a general manager of Euromarine Shipyards.
Yes.
Who is overlooking and organizing all the work, all the process in our shipyard.
Right. So he spends a lot of time physically on the ground floor, overseeing the projects, the different departments.
Yeah, all departments.
Yeah. So it's a big responsibility. Yeah. Thank you very much. Lovely to meet you. Right, let's crack on.
I would like to introduce you to Mr. Melih.
Yes.
He is a production director of the shipyard.
How are you? All right?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good. Very, very well. We've been touring started the tour of the facilities. Really impressive in-house. So what are your day-to-day duties?
So I'm production manager here.
Yep.
We are producing composite motor yachts.
Yes.
So all items related with production, meaning that people, planning, engineering items, design items is coming to here. We are discussing with my friend, there is a project manager over there.
Yes.
So
Okay.
I'm following all the topics from beginning until.
So you got to bring it all together.
Each depending project.
Yeah.
We have 4 projects now running.
Yeah.
So all of them is here.
So big responsibility.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
And how long have you been part of the Euromarine group?
Approximately more than 5 years.
More than 5 years. Well, okay, great.
It's
You enjoy it? Sorry.
Very proud to have Melih with us. He has the great background in
Yes.
the industry, building the boats up to 60, 50 meters.
Yeah.
One of the greatest projects, actually, pioneered projects that were
Right.
done within the industry.
Fantastic. Yeah. Great. Well, thank you for your time. Appreciate it. Cheers. Thank you. So this is the printing machine you use for all your plannings, the GAs.
All
Everything.
the materials could be printed
Yes.
in a lifetime,
Yeah.
and then the engineering team
You can see here.
lays them down,
Wow.
have discussion, have some improvements, and the process is continuing. It's always an ongoing process of improvement and application
Right.
of the new materials, of the new design ideas and engineering.
You can see all the details from all the perfect measurements, where everything's going to go, the heights, the widths, the thickness of the materials you guys are using. It's very planning. It's incredible what goes into these yachts.
What brings perfection of the boat construction is, of course, well planning. If you
Yes.
have a well engineering, thanks to the team that is behind him, you will have the perfect end product.
Yeah.
And we do invest a lot of time and energy for the engineering. As you know, all our boats are highly durable. They have a high level of redundancy, and this cannot be done without great engineering
Sure.
behind it.
Sure. Great.
Emre is the project manager.
Good morning. You're right.
This is the person behind it.
He's the main man, eh?
The man.
I'm the guy who keeps asking when, why, how much.
Oh, I love it. Keeps you on your toes. Yeah, fantastic. And how long have you been part of the Euromarine group?
Almost 2 years.
Almost 2 years, yeah.
In March it will be 2 years.
And where were you before? Were you still building yachts or
For the last 16 years, yes.
16 years in yachting? Huh? Yeah, okay. So you got the experience and the knowledge.
You can say that.
Yeah. Great. Well, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We will come to the executive floor.
Okay.
To
The
meet with
executive
the
floor.
CEO of the company.
Are we allowed there? It sounds very important. Yeah.
You know, we have a great trust to you,
Okay.
and I'm sure that your viewers do respect you and appreciate your thoughts.
I hope so.
ideas.
I hope so. Let us know in the comments box, guys. Not all of them.
It is our honor to have you there. And
Yes,
of course
thank you.
To introduce to the CEO of the company.
Okay, great. Thank you very much.
You see, Lazzara yachts are the premium boats,
Yes.
the premium yachts from the engineering and the design point of view. So we do invest a lot of time in detailing the design and engineering. And knowing that you are very famous in the industry for knowledge, technical knowledge of the way how the boats are operated and being built,
Yes.
it's really important to have your thoughts and ideas
And feedback.
and feedback on
Yes.
what we do. Now we're gonna go and meet George, who
Yes.
is the CEO of Lazara.
The big boss, guys. Let's go and meet George. Come on.
George,
Yes.
Tristan,
Hey, Tristan. How are you
Good
doing?
to see you.
Very good to see you.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Fantastic.
Yeah.
The last time we saw each other was the Cannes Yachting Festival
That's right.
on board the UHV 87.
That's correct.
Yeah, we got a lot of views on that video, a lot of comments. I don't know
So
if
you did a great job.
We did an okay job. We're pretty happy with it. We were honestly, I think we said during the video we'd love to come and visit the yard.
Absolutely.
And you said yes, absolutely.
Absolutely.
And we spent the last day and a half here, and George said to us beforehand, go and see everything. There's no areas which are restricted.
That's true.
It's very unusual for a yard to allow that and to allow the cameras in. So we're very thankful.
No, thank you for
Yeah,
coming. Thank you
fantastic.
both. Yeah.
And we'd love for you to take us down to where the action actually happens.
That's a very good
Show us some, the projects, the boats that are ongoing, all the different departments. I'm sure the viewers We'd love to see it.
Absolutely. Let's do it.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Fantastic. So I was just saying, it's amazing what the design up here is all being done by your workers, right? And it's all designed to look like a yacht.
Yeah, that was the idea when we get a client or somebody comes in, just to feel like they're in a boat, and then see the capabilities of the shipyard and our group.
Yes.
And to see what the Lazzara yachts can deliver to them.
Absolutely. So tell us, when did you acquire these premises?
So about 5 years ago, we decided to acquire the former ex-shipyard that was built by the German group that was doing mostly interior. And we decided to acquire the shipyard and invest a lot of money to make it up to the standards of the high-level international.
Right, so all this equipment was already here, or you?
We bought a lot. No, it was not here.
Nothing was here.
No, it was not.
Wow.
So
okay.
we have pretty much made the shipyard from zero. Those are really nice premises.
Yeah.
It's a really good zone. And as you know, there's a lot of builders here.
Yep.
And so we really liked the place, and as a group decided this would be a good place for us to invest to and build a really high quality yacht here.
So you acquired the premises, and then you decided to buy the Lazzara brand.
That's correct.
So what's the thinking behind that decision?
We thought that, you know, we as a super yacht builder, we could bring a brand like Lazzara, which is an amazing brand, up to a next level.
Sure, right.
Bring a very high level, very high quality yachts. And then, you know, based on the clientele, which is in the US or Europe, we could deliver these boats for them from here. And tell you the truth, I'm very, very happy with what we're able to achieve, and you guys see some of the quality.
Yeah, we've seen it already. But did you specifically want Lazzara, or were you looking at other brands as well?
We have been looking for other, and we might buy other brands as well.
Right. Yep.
But right now, we felt that Lazzara was an amazing brand that we could bring to a new level.
Yeah.
And to new
bring it
level
back to life. Absolutely. So tell us about this particular
so,
area
so
here.
Right now we're the interior facility, so we build all our interior here for our yachts.
Yep.
And so I'm sure that you saw the mock-up facility where we really build an interior for our boats that are in a blue shed. We call this a red shed. We call that a blue shed.
Yeah.
Red shed is where all the interior is built for our yachts.
Right.
The blue sheds are where we have the physical yachts right now located.
Cool. So when you say the mock-up area, just explain what is meant by that.
So mock-up area is the area where we build a real interior for the yachts that it's completed here, and then it's physically delivered to our yachts and built inside as the fully production.
So the physical interior is built here.
Correct.
Once you're happy with how it all looks, all the measurements are done, you then, I guess, dismantle it all.
That's right.
And then you take it all to the yacht. So this is done to the closest millimeter then.
Yeah, of course. I mean, this is a real interior, and you know, you cannot change this. So if you mess up something here,
yes,
you are able to see in a boat, but then you really need to finish everything here, and then you dismantle it, and there's special techniques how you dismantle it, and how you install it. So that is how the most of large super yachts are built.
Yes.
So the interior is always built outside. Right. So same time we're able to finish all our infrastructure, which we'll call infrastructure in our yacht.
Yeah, okay.
So that is all done.
So like plumbing, wiring,
exactly everything,
structural, finishing.
And we're going to see some of that on our yachts.
Can we see some examples of what you guys have done here? That you can explain to us.
Right now, you're going to see very bare. I mean, it's very hard to imagine that this is going to become that luxury 87 that you have seen.
Yes.
So we are right now in a master cabin.
Which model boat?
On a UHV 100.
This is the 100, and we saw the 87.
Exactly.
Right.
So this is a little bit larger master. So you're going to see the master bed here. And then you're going to see some of the areas that are going to get completed. It's very difficult, I'm sure, for your viewers to really understand this.
Yeah.
They need to look back to your video and see the 87 master.
Yes.
They can imagine that this is going to become a master
cabin
of the 100. Let's look some of the. I think we have some pictures here. I don't know if the guys have that. I think they do.
On the
I don't know where they are, but
yeah,
there we go. Here. So and so I can explain based on our arrangement and picture where so we were in this area. So
Just now, there's the,
just
okay.
now.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we were looking at this master cabin bed. We're looking at, and we just entered from here, it's not completed. So that's the area is getting built here. And now we will go and look at these areas, all of this.
Okay.
And this area consists of 2 VIP cabins, 1 double cabin, and 1 twin cabin. And that's all here. So if we go, we'll enter it, you guys will see everything completed.
I see. So here, for example, this would be one of the. This will be.
This is exactly same as at 87.
Right. Yeah.
So
yeah.
and then you'll see the technique how that's getting built. But let's go. Let's move forward.
Absolutely.
And I think we're going to see right now.
This makes
2
sense.
beds, and let's move to this area.
So this will be then split into 2 cabins.
Exactly, and that's going to be staircase going to be coming here.
Right. Gotcha.
And then if we come on to this side, you're going to see that's going to be the bathroom.
Bathroom, yeah.
You know, ahead, and that's going to be the master area.
Yes. Okay. And, this is,
And you're going to see So you really are going to.
I think it's
Oh,
down.
I
Yeah.
Take it out, but
I like-
just going to see that.
Wow. Really impressive.
So yeah, and we're very open, as you said. We're just not trying to cover any areas and not sure. And so we're, you know, as a builder, we feel that there's nothing secret about what we do. I mean, you know, we have a lot of techniques and stuff, but we are not trying to hide anything from.
Well, I think because from what I've seen the last day and a half, watching the workers, the conditions in which they're working in. So what does that mean? Good ventilation, they're happy, good temperature. I've noticed they're not under pressure. They work really well. They take their time. And you know, somebody that has experience, we can see these things, know what to look for.
Thank you. Thank you for noticing
but
that.
Obviously, it's clear that a lot of yards won't give us the access. Well, give a lot of people the access. So we understand what it takes to do that. So congratulations to you.
Oh, thank you very much. Let's now go. Maybe we're going to look at the our boat, the facility where we build the yachts. So, as I said,
so this is all the carpentry, furniture building.
But carpentry for the interior, because we have another area for the carpentry for boat building.
And then where's all the treatment done, the varnishing?
There is a special area there. There's all the varnishing and treatment done, and all the interior finishes. So there's all the different facilities around here.
And this becomes the blue.
Exactly, that's a blue shed where we really build the boats. And you're going
to see the bow of the LSX.
Exactly. So that's a hull number 2 of the LSX. And you guys saw the hull number 1.
We did.
It's going to be exactly the same. So you can see how we're building a boat, how the construction is done. And then based on this, it's going to become that beautiful sport yacht that you guys seen. It's going to take about 9 months to complete this, probably until the end of the.
For your clients or potential clients, if they would come to you and say, well, what's the difference between you and another boat builder like, say, Reva or something similar to that kind of level, how is your approach different?
I mean, first of all, we are building yachts like as a custom yacht.
Right.
So we are production boat builder in the sense that we have a specific products.
Yes.
But we build them as a fully custom boat.
Wow, okay.
Except the ones which are delivered, then the rest of them can be really customized. There's a lot of customizations that goes to the boat. Quality of our production is completely different because we are a custom builder.
Yes.
You guys will see what we use the highest quality materials for everything. Interior, you know, all the engineering is down in-house. So I would say that, you know, the quality of boats are gonna, you know, show and talk about themselves. And, you know, it's hard to compare. I mean, there's a lot of good builders out there, as you know, but we like to stand out as a, you know, with different design. You as a former captain on Lazzara, you know what Lazzara is. We're trying to continue tradition, some of the Lazzaras.
Yep.
And LSX is one probably of the representative of that.
I think that was a very modest answer.
Okay.
Very diplomatic, honest answer.
It's good to be honest. Okay, let's do you want to look at the 100? So this one is...
So let people know, UHV stands for?
Ultra high volume.
Okay.
So UHV yachts are the largest in its class by the gross tonnage.
Right.
So we are maximizing interior space for the clients who want an ultra high volume boat. They don't necessarily want a larger by the meters yacht,
Yeah.
but they want to have a comfort of a much bigger boat.
Right.
And so you saw that on 87.
Yeah.
100 is another step for the
that.
clients.
Okay.
It is very similar to 87. The big difference is that it has bigger crew.
Yeah.
It has one more stateroom. So
Yeah.
the 5 staterooms has an ability to have 5 crew with
Yeah.
3 crew cabins.
Right.
The 87 had a 2 crew cabin, and has much larger outdoor area. So we're
Yeah.
going to see it.
Should we go on board and take a look?
Of course,
Let's
let's
go.
go.
So
Yes.
how long has this one, when did this have its keel laid?
So this keel was laid, I think, about 3 months ago, 3-4 months ago.
Wow.
And we are, yeah. So the process went pretty fast, and you know, the whole generally because we're a custom builder and we're doing it, you know, fully starting from the one at a time mold. It takes, I would say, for something like this, about 6 months to complete for the full structure.
For the structure.
So we are now on the main deck up.
Yep. Okay.
And if you remember, if you compare this to 87, and if your viewers are going to look at your video or they see the 87,
Yes.
they're going to see that this is larger.
This is much larger.
And so this is much larger. So that's one of the additions for the client. We have a little bit bigger beam, but generally the aft area that we got some complaints from 87.
Right.
Because we maximize interior space.
Yeah.
So we had some people say, you know, outside aft area was a little bit smaller.
Yeah.
Upper deck is much bigger. Also an 87 was bigger. But in this case, we have much larger aft area.
And here you have the bar.
And we have a bar. We have the ability to have a bar.
With no beer fridge yet.
Not yet. Everything is coming. So first I want to show you how we build the boat. Because
Okay.
this technique is very, very different than the majority of the builders for the same size. All our floors are floating floors.
Okay.
What does the floating floor mean? That our floors are detached from each other. And then we have a specialized rubber compound that you're going to see later on that makes insulation of voice, vibration on to completely different level of the other boats you're going to see in the same category and size.
Right.
So what you see here, that's where the floor is going to go on top of this. You see a large hatch here.
Yes.
That large hatch is the access for future service for the engine room and so on. And this is also what you're not going to see on the majority of the boats or yachts that are building in this range.
Okay.
If we want to move forward, I would like to take you now to the master. And if you remember, also on 87, master is on a starboard side.
Yep, I remember.
And we're going through the corridor, which is on the same on 87. We are going to have a day head here.
Yes.
A little bit bigger day head, but it's very similar to what you saw on 87.
And I remember the impressive staircase
Exactly
on the
what
87.
Same. So
Yeah, it was a very nice touch.
And now you're entering the master cabin, and we are entering this area now.
Right.
And so we'll have a sitting arrangement here.
Yeah.
This is going to be enclosed for bathroom. We saw all of this downstairs when we were coming, and
Right.
this is where the master bed was going to go. Come here, looking all the way forward.
Because in the 87, the bathroom was here.
Exactly.
So this is going to be the closet now.
Correct. And
Right.
also in 87, if you remember, the bed was looking aft.
Looking off, that's right.
aft.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
then-
yeah.
So this is a significantly bigger master than 87. Has a lot of windows,
Yeah.
and then you're going to see.
These are the mixers, right?
These are the mixers. Yeah, these are very, very high-end mixers.
That's a very high-end mixer.
That we're using for all.
So
of
mixers,
our
guys,
yachts.
so you know, for the hot and cold water, these will be the faucets.
Yes.
It's incredible, just the planning, like it's simply like the plumbing.
Yeah,
and
because we're planning everything, and we're designing and planning everything in 3D.
Yes.
And then all the engineering is it's very, very precise.
Yeah.
So now, do you remember I was telling you the raised floor? So this
Yes.
is where you're going to see here, and if you look at down the green vibration compound,
Yep.
and then you're going to see the floor. This is fully isolating the floor
Yeah.
on the bottom, and you have amazing dampening of the vibration and sound. So what it does that, and you know, you haven't seen it, we haven't been a sea trial. I hope that we will do on 87, the boat is so quiet. You cannot hear engines, you cannot hear generators, and makes it, I mean, this adds weight to the boat. So that's why our yacht is displacement, but it makes completely different level of comfort for the owner and guests.
I understand. So I understand. So you have the green foam, and then you have the marine ply with the cork. What's inside this bit?
So that's a fiberglass. So that's the floor.
Yeah.
Cork.
So this is air.
That's yes, exactly. That's
this green foam sits on top of here.
No. Green foam is sitting on this.
Yes.
So isolating completely wood from the floor.
This leaves an air gap.
Of course, yes.
Okay.
So depending, you can leave an air gap. Air gap is an amazing insulator, or you could put an insulation in. Now, depends what you want to do. If you really want to have less noise, then you're gonna, I mean, you could isolate it. I mean, but for some engine areas, we do additional insulation. But this already provides so much dampening and protection of vibration. Now we have here forward is the massive closet, his and hers closets on both sides.
Yeah.
So that's, and then
huge.
we have a large jacuzzi on top of it. This is still
See-through jacuzzi?
maybe depends.
You're a naughty boy.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. All depends on the client.
Yeah. Wow.
Client's request.
Wow.
Now, when you see that the boat is fully built with composite. All our construction is epoxy. We do not use wood in our construction at all for the structure of the boat. This makes a very big difference. So
explain to the viewers why that's so important.
now, majority of the boat builders, starting from the core, finishing from everywhere, they use either balsa, which is a specific type of wood, or other type of plywoods to make the boat construction cheaper and to make it, in some ways, maybe lighter. But we use a very specialized foam that makes also very, very light construction. Now, when you use a wood, it doesn't matter. Wood always penetrates the water inside over years.
Sure.
Now, in our non-wood construction that we decide as a yard do, we can guarantee the hull pretty much for a lifetime.
That's a statement. Wow.
Yeah, not 5 or not 10, not 15 years.
So no issue with osmosis, nothing.
No, I mean, we are using epoxy. So our boats are fully epoxy, and we are using aviation core. We're using same kind of core that you see on the Boeing 777s and 747s.
And what would your conventional boat builder be using?
Wood.
So this is what separates you from...
And price of what, I mean, our costs are significantly higher.
Sure.
But we build forever.
Yeah. Incredible.
And then, I mean, sometimes there's a question, is there a point to do that? I mean, but when a person is buying a yacht, he will know the resale value of what, it's going to be amazing because his boats are going to last forever.
Amazing.
Yeah. And that's not just a statement. I mean, you could see on how we construct it, and you see material that we use, and you see our core, you see our PVC, and you see our, and that's, And I mean, you're not going to have anything on it. But let's move on. So if you want to see now, for me, important.
Let's go down here.
Downstairs.
Yeah. Right.
Okay, so now this is something that I'm really proud of our yard, how we do the work for. I call this infrastructure of the yacht, and that is all plumbing, electric, hydraulics, everything that you're going to see, the body of the yacht that we want to build forever. So you see that our construction doesn't include any flexible hoses. All our material at the top of the line. You're going to see everything here on this boat. They're going to see on any size yacht, 50, 60, 100, 150 meters. And we stand behind the product. So what I think will be interesting for your users, again, or for your viewers to do, go back and see 87 video and look at the areas and realize that that's exactly the same way done, and just this is enclosed. After we'll finish all this work, we're fully insulated or isolated, then this is going to be closed and nobody's going to see it.
Yeah.
but we like it to be a piece of the art. So we like this to be done really well. And this is a statement of our shipyard, how we do a boat building. And this also makes us different than a lot of other yards.
Unreal.
But please look through
And
it.
then you've got,
Yeah.
so tell us about so these are obviously tanks.
These are tanks,
Right.
and you see that everything with tanks, including, you know, covers, leads are all fully composite.
Okay.
And these are for fuel, so you have
The
fuel tanks.
Okay.
And then you have a coffer dam and interconnection for more fuel. And all the way forward, you're going to see a black water tank that is here. So we have also a freshwater tank, which is in the aft area. And then we have also the gray water tank, of course.
What's your thing against flexible piping?
Flexible piping, as you know, as a captain, is going to last from 5 to 10 years. Going to smell, and then the crew or captain needs to replace it. Most areas you're never going to reach, and it's going to create a lot of problems. And me, as a yacht owner, has gone through so many boats that I said this is never going to happen with my yachts.
Amazing.
And so here, what you're going to see, we are using either stainless steel for fuel, or using a very specialized PVC for air conditioning lines, or for black water, or for gray water, or fresh water. This is same construction that you see on the skyscrapers. Same construction, is forever construction.
Wow.
So lifespan of what you see here, including electric and other, is done from the point that you must never service this.
Wow.
The majority of the yachts you see, I mean, they use the cheapest material just to finish the job, and they're never going to show you this because our thinking is completely different. We want to build a boat that's going to last for very, very long time.
So what challenges you face technically from using rigid pipes in comparison to your conventional yacht that would use flexible piping?
So the difference is that if you really do not plan, and if you don't have a 3D planning, this is impossible to do.
Okay.
Only way to be able, why others don't do it, is not that they don't want to pay for it sometimes, but most of the time, the oil hosing, as you know, on many boats you've seen, is done just some guys there just running the pipe.
Find the gap and run the pipe.
None of our workers are deciding how anything is run on this boat. This is all decided in our design and engineering department, and they're executing it based on plans. So all our workers are reading the plans and exactly going based on 1 centimeter tolerance.
Amazing.
So this is very, very difficult to execute. The companies or the builders who do that are all very large builders, or super yacht builders. And generally, this is not seen on a small yacht, medium-sized yachts on 30-meter or 27 or just 40-meter boats. And so, what it does, it costs us a lot of money and time, but we know what we build. And when somebody comes and sees that, they understand what we're providing.
Sure. Great.
So there's no cutting corners, or there's no you cannot shortcut this. You can't.
Yeah.
So that's for me, this is something that, and then you're going to see how the electric is done, how the piping. One of the things that I would want to show you is how the scupper lines are done. And what's very interesting, you can see a scupper there.
Yeah.
And that is scupper that is connected with the composite pipes all the way to discharge box. And if you remember, I was talking about discharge box. Our scuppers do not discharge outside of the boat. They discharge.
You have no through-hole fittings.
We do not have a through-hole fittings outside on a hull of the boat. We don't have zero. This boat doesn't have any through. And this is also very, very difficult.
Yes. Very difficult.
Very difficult to get to that point. So we're really proud of this. So you will see also that we built our gray water tanks is a structural tanks. Sure.
It's not just a sump box that's being stuck in with some screws.
And they have.
So that's being fiberglassed in.
Full. These are part of the hull.
Wow.
It's part of the hull, and it's going to have 2 pumps. It's going to have many sensors too. So we know for sure that.
So redundancies, in case one pump fails, you've got a second pump.
Yes.
Yeah.
As I was telling you before, I'm all for redundancy. Redundancy is very important. So now you see how the 87 was built, and that's how we built this boat. So of course, the size determines how we can build it. 67, of course, is not done the same way. 67 done is as good as possible, but there's just no spacing to everything to be done the
Like
same way
this.
because it's a small boat. But on 87 already and larger, every boat is going to be built the same way.
Great. Should we go upstairs?
Yes, of course.
Maybe we see where the wheelhouse will be and the
Of course.
the upper salon.
Yes, let's go and see on wheelhouse. Hey, Craig. So let's now look at our pilot house. And Tristan, as you remember, we have a massive pilot house.
Yes.
Now you see, and this pilot house on 100 is exactly the same as 87. So you're looking at the 87 pilot house, and you see how much space we have under, you know, where we're going to have the most important equipment.
Yeah.
You're going to see when this is going to be finished, it's going to be same as
That's the
87.
87.
You'll have a seating arrangement here, and you're going to have, or you're going to see
All the way down.
all the way down. And that's really cool to see. So-
Yeah, that is cool to see.
And then do you remember we're talking about thicknesses of our
They look
floors?
distressed.
And that's what's kind of cool to see, what the thickness of our floor is going
Wow.
to be. With the insulation material and everything. And you don't have a ceiling here, so it's going to be like this.
You got, yeah, exactly. You still got the floors go on
course, of
top
course.
and the underneath. Yeah.
But
solid.
that's a solid, quiet,
solid.
quiet yacht for the owner. You want to move forward?
Yeah, go forward.
Yeah. Okay, so we are now in a bow area of the yacht. And if we compare this with the 87,
Yeah.
we have significantly more space.
Yeah.
So if you remember, we had only one seating, and this seating unit is exactly the same as the 87.
Right,
meaning
yeah.
the same shape and design. We added another seating area, which is going to be split in half. So you'll have a seating with the two tables that you can have a lot of.
Nice.
So there will be two tables here.
Yeah.
And it's going to be, somebody could be sitting back here.
Right.
Same time, there will be a sitting to be looking forward to jacuzzi area.
It's what we saw from the master
That's
cabin.
going to be jacuzzi area. And then forward of the bow is exactly the same as the
Yeah.
as the 87.
The
You
anchoring
see
and
how
stuff.
much more space we have
Yeah.
here.
So remind me, the 87, the gross tonnage was,
87 is gross tonnage close to 200,
and this will be?
close to 300.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a big one.
Yeah. That's a big difference.
That's a big one.
Wow.
And if we go now
Should we go to the aft?
area,
Yeah, let's have a look.
I think that's also going to be. Okay, so in this area we are going to pretty much have the same as the 87. This is a big salon.
Upper salon.
But
Okay.
we have an ability and we have an arrangement where this becomes master.
Okay. What, the whole?
Whole thing is a master. So we have an option for clients for 100 to use this as a master.
Yeah.
And downstairs master either could be a 6-bedroom
Yeah.
or it could become for American clients country kitchen. So we're going to move the
Right.
country kitchen area
Okay.
there.
Very nice. Very
And,
nice.
and this is going to be amazing master with the views,
Yeah.
sea, and with a private,
Right.
terrace.
Nice. Beautiful. Just a technical question.
Uh-huh.
When we did the 87 video, one of the questions that came up was the stability thing. So it's quite obvious when you see the boat profile from the side, there's a lot of volume of vessel out of the water. So there's a lot of concerns about how stable the yacht is and how it will cope in heavier seas. So tell us about the calculations and how it
Yes.
kind of
So
works.
very, very, very good question and very valid question.
Yeah.
Because you see a top-heavy boat, and everybody says top-heavy. So we spent a lot of time and money into real naval architecture and engineering of the boat. What we did is we tried our best to lower the center of the gravity of the boat, so boat is very stable. So on 87, we're able to achieve really amazing result.
Right.
Hopefully next time you're going to be able to really test it on the water. Without stabilizers, that boat, 1.5 seas, is very, very stable.
Really?
Which
Okay.
is amazing. Now, what,
So how have you transferred so much weight down low?
how do you, so material usage. So you see
Okay.
that our old tanks are integrated in a hull. So we
Yeah.
try to put as much weight on the bottom as possible.
Okay.
And then the way we build interior, we build interior very light up and
heavy
much more
down.
heavier downstairs.
Right. So the weight ratio from bottom to top is just reducing as it goes. Okay.
And that makes the boat much more stable.
Right.
And we understood this concern from a lot of potential clients and some of viewers. And so the best is just to sea trial our boat. And I think with the sea trial and with the feedback that we get from crew and captain and owner, without stabilizers, that boat is, because, you know, stabilizing, you know, and of course with stabilizers it's amazing.
Right.
But just without stabilizers, boat 87, and we're sure that we're going to achieve the same, probably better on 100, because it's a larger boat, it has more space. We're going to lower the center of gravity as much as possible. Okay. That gives that will provide a big stability.
And the other question that came up is when it's windy, there's a lot of leeway on this yacht because very high up. How is it with the maneuvering for the captain, say coming into a Mediterranean port to dock?
So as a captain, you know that it's very important to have a good bow and stern thruster. So you need to have a thruster, especially bow thruster. So we are using oversized thrusters for this boat to provide them maneuverability. Now, of course, if you compare this yacht with a sport yacht, it's not going to be the same.
Sure.
But but as for the feedback that we're getting from the captain, because of the general maneuverability of the boat, because of the propulsion system, because of the bow and stern thrusters, boat it's good. But what I want to say, of course, when you compare a top-heavy yacht, it's going to be, so you will need more professional crew. You might need, you need to be more careful as a crew. So this is not a yacht, and also 87, that owner can operate himself.
Right, sure.
You know, a lot of times the question comes at 87, can I do that? And we say, I mean, pretty much no. I mean, you know, you need a professional crew.
Sure.
And then if you have a professional crew, they have all the gear. You know, I believe that that's possible.
Right. Okay.
We are coming up to our large area where you see also construction here. How everything done, and you don't see any wood. This is all epoxy, solid epoxy built structures. Wow. That's also, as I said, lifetime of the boat.
It is,
large area for the owner. If you remember when you were starting the video for 87, this was the first area that you were shooting. So this is going to be large place for the owner to enjoy. And depending if this is a master or if this is another salon, you know, you can arrange it the way the client wants.
How is this particular boat going to be arranged up
It's
here?
going to be the same as 87.
Same as 87.
Yeah, so we're going to do the same, exactly the same as 87.
And when, so for this, for the UHV 100, what is the estimated build time?
Beginning of next year.
Completion, beginning of next year. Another 12 months to go. All right, and it'll be launched in the water.
Sometimes,
I'll get a phone call. Tris, come and see trial the boat, and we can really test the stability.
I would love when the 87 is going to be launched. For you to come and see, and let's do a sea trial. We can go in a bad weather. We can see with stabilizers or no.
We'd love to. I'm sure the viewers appreciate that as well.
Of course.
Fantastic.
Okay, so now, do we want to go to engine room or not?
Let's go to the engine room. 100%.
Yes, okay.
That's where the heart is. That's where the heart is.
That's my space. That's the one.
My viewers get so upset when I do a video walkthrough and I don't show the engine room.
Of course.
Very upset, but you must know, viewers, sometimes I'm not allowed to do the engine room tours.
Yeah, we can do engine room, no problem.
Yeah, great.
Okay, so we're going to access the engine room. We just need to be careful from the crew area. And we're also going to see the crew area. And then forward, we didn't see, that's a galley area. That's the similar, a little bit larger galley than what we had on the 87. And you see here the same things, you know, how we built everything. And
so this will be, now when it's completed, coming down first to the crew mess, right?
Correct. This is where we're coming now to the crew mess. Crew mess on the boat is significantly bigger because it has 3 cabins. It has a bigger crew lounge area. It has a separate room for the captain, and then two.
So this is crew or Lazara?
It's all crew. No.
Oh, this is all crew.
This is all crew. Laz is starting from there.
The Laz is starting from there.
Yes.
So that's crew. This is crew mess, and another cabin here.
Exactly.
Wow.
2 bathrooms.
Wow.
And then, if you remember, we had a big electrical panels here. On the front.
I remember. Yeah.
We have some another electrical room down there. So it's very, very similar arrangement-wise than what you see. And then you see exactly the same kind of things with the scupper lines or some of the lines how we do it. And how it's all done with a composite. Now, as you know, we have not prepared this room for viewing, but
So
still
this
we're
is
gonna
what we
see-
want to see.
Yeah,
That's what the viewer want to see in action. The
is
guys working,
This
getting
is
it all
a
ready.
daily construction. What we're doing here.
This is great.
And you're gonna see the integral tanks. And let me go down.
Wow. Okay.
So
So
what you-
just imagine this picture how you would explain the layout of this engine room, because some people it can be quite difficult to see.
Sure.
Like so you've got the pillars for the
of course.
longitudinal beams for
Yeah,
the
so-
engines and
Exactly. So we'll have two engines on this sides. We're gonna have.
so the engines will be sitting on here on
Exactly.
these two. Yeah. Okay.
If you look at these areas, that's where
Yeah.
the engine's main supports
That-
are.
so you have two engines here, one here, one over there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then we have a shafts going all the way aft.
Yep.
And then we have a shaft couplings and shaft seals. So you see two large day tanks, which are also integral tanks of this yacht.
Yep.
Because
Day fuel tanks.
day fuel tanks. The tanks that we saw, the other fuel tanks, they were forward.
Yes.
So that's where the guest areas were, the under and the bilge, and that's
Yeah.
where we're lowering the weight.
The center
And
of
then
gravity, yeah.
these two tanks, fuel tanks, are the ones which are getting a fuel from the main tank,
Yep.
and then they're getting clean and they're going back.
Yeah. And they're getting clean through an alpha Laval system.
Exactly.
Centrifugal force,
We'll
right?
have two different cleaning abilities. One's going to be alpha Laval, one's
Yeah.
going to be different kind of filtration.
Right.
But that all goes to the day tanks, which are clean, and then they go back. So some of the piping you see that we started doing. So this is air conditioning. So that's the it's a main
The
chilled
green
water
green
line-
piping.
green piping
Yeah.
installation. That's a chilled water lines, and you see how large they are because
Yeah.
it's a big boat. Let's look at the some of the fuel systems. So everything you're going to see in the stainless steel, that is the infrastructure, or that's a piping for the fuel system. Some
Okay.
of them is behind
Yeah.
the wall, and some is front. Same here. Whatever you see here, that's this same that is done on massive yachts,
Sure.
and that's also span-wise.
And this is
button.
what we saw
Exactly.
in the main salon.
That's right. That's the large hatch.
Yeah.
That is, you can open and drop the engines, do service if you need to for larger items, because we have a big generators here. So on 87, I think we had a 27 or 30 kWs. Here we have 50 kWs.
Okay.
We use Northern Lights as the generators.
Yep.
So we
Easy to get parts.
Yes, exactly.
Very important there.
Yes, easy and good generators.
Good generators.
And then one more thing I would like to show you is if you look here, so that is how we do, just careful, that's how the exhaust system is done, and this is
Right.
the underwater exhaust,
Right.
and then we have a generator exhaust
Okay.
that goes all the way back, an integral part of the whole yacht,
Right.
and this is also life.
So what's the process for this now for your fire protection?
So we have, the similar fire protection that all large yachts are going to have.
Right.
So, and you already see a fire lines
Yeah.
here, so
Yeah.
you're going to see that,
So is this water or high fog or
high fog? So
okay.
all the, it depends on the client, so what you want to use. I mean, but we use the very top protection.
Sure.
Fire, we take
Suppression.
it very, very seriously.
Yeah.
And, mitigation
Yeah.
and protection. So, yeah, and then you see wiring, and as you see, this is only in a beginning stage
Yeah,
of
of
production,
course. This is great to see.
and it's alive
It's the skeleton bones
of how the boat is.
how the boat is built.
It's very unfortunate that when boat is done, mostly you see a shiny
Yeah.
things around
Negative-
it, but you never understand,
Yeah.
or your viewers will never understand.
Well, now they will.
They will. Now
Thanks
they'll-
to Lazara
now-
Yachts.
Now they will.
Yeah. So we're
No,
very
thank
thankful.
you. Okay.
Fantastic.
Just let's be very, very careful.
Careful, yeah.
because this is kind of a not very safe area. And then one few things, if you'll be interested, we have a freshwater tanks here.
Okay.
This is a freshwater system, and a gray water. There's going to
Okay.
be gray water there.
So what will be on the UHV 100 the total holding for the fuel?
I think it's about 14 tons.
14 tons of fuel.
14,000
Okay.
liters.
Yeah. Okay.
For this yacht.
Right.
This is not, of course, we don't build this as an Explorer, but it has all the systems
Sure.
and ability. But of course, by the fuel, this is not Explorer. This is a very shallow draft comparable to other boats because we intend to have owners who want to use this in Bahamas or want to use it in Florida. As you know, in Med, there's not as much restriction with the depth of the boat, but in Florida, wanted to keep under 2 meters. So really, I think this is 1.85 meters.
Right.
As
Okay.
for the depth of.
Yeah. Yeah. Great.
And then that's the last area. So that's going to
The
be
Lazzara,
no,
yeah.
not last. That is that area is a beach club.
Okay. So where would you keep the tender?
So tender on this boat is on a swim platform. We have a large. If you saw we have a large swim platform that
Hydraulic.
Yes.
Okay. So it goes under the water,
yes,
tender
exactly.
floats off freely.
So we wanted to maximize space for client, but of course, if they decide, somebody says, I don't want to have a beach club, I want to keep a tender inside, or I want to keep a jet ski inside, we can do that. But this particular yacht is going to be built with a beach club.
Okay.
That.
Great.
Okay.
Fantastic. That's this boat, right?
It is.
Yeah. Should we go and take a look at the electrical workshop, the resin, all that? We'll follow you.
Yes, okay.
We want to see everything with you.
Yes, yes. So let's start with composite.
Yeah, can we just explain to us? 'Cause I've noticed here, these are all printed images, templates on paper. So talk us through with this, where does this printed images come from, how it works, the purpose?
Sure. So whatever you see the print, so every piece that is getting as a part, either of the mold or a different structure, is a computerized printed.
Right.
So we're using CNC machines.
What is CNC?
What is a CNC machine? I'm going to show you our CNC machine.
Okay.
That's the machine that takes all the drawings and cuts out all the wood to exact, precise size, so you can build that composite mold on top of that.
So this is the exact templates
Exactly.
that will be fitted onto the boat,
Yes.
printed.
Yes. And then the reason why
So
we
it's
do
measured
that,
for them, for the workers. It's
of
all
course.
done.
No, yeah, of course.
Wow.
As I said, workers have very little input in this kind of stuff, not to have a mistake.
Yeah.
And so most of all the things that you see, this is going to be cut by some kind of computerized machine.
That's
And
incredible.
I'm going to show you that machine later on. But if we want to go now to composite workshop,
Yeah,
you want
let's
to
have a look.
from there?
Yeah.
Good. And so we will start with our epoxy mixing machine, where we mix our epoxy. And epoxy mixing is computerized.
Okay.
Shipyard. So our workers, we have one department who is in charge of preparing the epoxy, and that's where you guys can see that. We're using a very high-end machine.
Hello.
And so you see.
Okay, so explain what do we have here?
Okay, so we have an epoxy component A and B. And so what happens with epoxy, that you need to mix two different components of the epoxy to start working.
Right,
Become
okay.
a real epoxy.
Okay.
And so this machine does precise job, how much it needs to put one component to another and mix that and provide a material so they can start using it and taking it.
Right, okay. So that's I guess number B would be the hardener.
Hardener, exactly.
And this machine does exactly the right. Otherwise, it doesn't cure.
Yes, or it
never
doesn't cure, or it's harder or quicker.
Okay.
So now we still have a testing bench.
Right.
We test we test pretty much every week. Yeah, and they're going to show. So you say every week we're going to test our epoxy.
Wow.
To see how it's going to come up. Today, look at this. Today's, and look at this is soft yet.
Still not cured. So now you've done these tests, what do you actually do with this? What's the...
No, we're keeping that to show.
Make sure it hardens
Yes,
correctly.
it hardens. That is,
And then do you then cut it then see if it's...
No, we don't. We don't need to, because we know that epoxy did its job, and so we didn't. Nobody messed up, because still machine. We know that it's most probably not.
Yeah, but it can still.
But it can still.
Make
now,
mistake.
during years that we have been doing this, we have not seen machine have had a problem yet, but. We still do that test, and we keep it for ourselves, and then they mark it and see that when they see that it's hardened and it's good. I mean, that's all good. So
Okay, so once it's hardened, do they have like a logbook? They say,
of course,
the sample from this date, blah, blah, blah.
Yes.
They
need
tick
to
it
do
off?
Minimum at once a week. Sometimes we do more often. If we use a lot of the epoxy, then they do probably maybe once every 2 days. But this ensures that we do not have a surprises on a boat later on.
Right,
There is no problem. And so this is the epoxy mixing room.
Right, yeah.
Now we're going to see the fiberglass room. So
Right.
we're going to go next, and that's the room where we cut the fiberglass, and this is our foreman for the
Yes.
for.
How are you? Thank you, guys. Thanks.
And we're gonna see now. So we'll come here and we'll see all our glass.
Hi.
This is a room, temperature controlled room, very clean.
Yeah, it's temperature controlled, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it needs to
Feel
be temperature controlled. And where we're gonna cut all the different kinds of the glass
Yeah.
and prepare that for our workers
Yes.
for the lamination on a different projects.
Wow.
And so it's very important to be very clean. And you see that all our composite engineering, or how we lay the fiber, is also done in a computer, done by different engineering companies for us. And then the workers know how it works. You know,
Right.
what are they going to use it for?
Yeah.
What do we use for the e-glass? What do we use
Sure.
for the core, and so on. So it makes it very easy for workers not to make mistakes. And then we have a separate quality control team that checks all the stuff, all the things, and you know, that's where the. Now, let's go and see. So you see a small workshop for the carpentry.
Yes.
That carpentry workshop is the preparation for boat building carpentry. So this is for them to cut the core, prepare the wood as a template, to use all the different wood samples. As I said, we do not use a wood for boat building, but we do need a wood to build a boat.
Sure. The templates, the molding,
course.
all that kind of stuff. Okay, I understand.
And so this is a small shop which is very close to the yacht.
Right.
And we have completely different carpenters here. So carpenters here, we call them boat builders.
Okay.
They are carpenters by profession, but
Yeah.
really they are boat builders.
Right.
And carpenter in other ones, that's interior carpenter.
Interior. I understand. Okay.
So after that, let's continue. We're going to go to plumbing
Okay.
shop. That's where we keep all our components for the plumbing. And we're going to go, and hopefully plumbing guys are here. And it's open. Yeah, it is open. That's good. So this is where we keep all our components.
All your
And what
parts.
you can look at it, starting with how we
Yeah.
isolate vibration on
Yeah.
the
hose clamps. Well, pipe clamps, yeah.
This is the clamps to keep the hoses, not hose, the hard pipe
Yeah.
in place.
And you need vibrations with the rubber. It just
Yes,
softens
and
it.
this is forever, and this is stainless steel 316, and this is, you know,
Okay.
we're using yes, and this is a big difference.
Yeah.
Using all 316.
And this piping.
Yeah, so we are using very high-end German made in Germany piping.
Yeah. Okay.
For all our freshwater, gray water, air conditioning line, and you see the thicknesses of it.
Yeah. You
And
notice that
so-
immediately.
Yes, and that this is the same thing, as I said, that you're going to see on a very, very large yacht.
Yeah.
And so it's going to last the lifespan of the boat. You know, and you asked me again about the flexible hose, why I don't use it, because I don't need to worry about it after we build this. That we're going to have any kind of leaks or. And then you see that we use a copper nickel for our seawater system. So we use a stainless steel for all of our fuel system. And you see that the construction, and we use the brand Geberit.
Right.
Which is you know, Geberit is German known brand. They do a lot of things, but they're one of the best suppliers of all the different kind of piping, and with a completely different kind of. You see how it's getting connected?
Yeah. I can see. And what that
With the
does that get
rubber.
clamped on?
Of course, there's a special machine
Yeah.
that clamps it on,
Yeah.
and there's no leaks.
Incredible.
And you never need to reclamp it, or you never need to go and that's very, very expensive. Copper nickel.
It looks expensive. Yeah.
It is. That is used for seawater because it's
Seawater.
copper nickel.
Right.
Yeah.
Seawater. Yeah.
Yeah, copper nickel. This is all copper nickel is only used for seawater because there's no need. This provides a protection for corrosion.
Yeah.
So your copper nickel lines are going to last very, very long.
How long?
So depending on what kind of, we use
Yeah.
the best, it could be from 25 to 50 years.
Wow.
And then if you go titanium, the other things that I was talking to you about titanium that we use, that's a lifespan. That's more than 100 years. So let's go to next. Hopefully that one is open. And then you see all of the fittings.
Yes, all the
And
connectors.
all the connectors. And this is really good stuff. I mean, there is no anything really better than what we use. So we try to use the best things.
That's great.
For the marine application.
Absolutely.
Okay. So what you see here is how we lay the teak. This is a preparation for teak on a boat. And
the exterior teak deck.
exactly.
Yeah.
And our technique also is a little bit different than, there's some builders are doing the same. So we, of course, take the templates,
Yeah.
but then if you look under,
Yeah.
we lay very thin layer of the fiberglass.
Okay.
Then we build the teak on top of this,
Right.
and then we take the whole teak and put on top of the boat.
Oh, so the fiberglass bonds with the teak.
So
Okay.
we do not bond the teak on top of the yacht. We bond already pre-made layer
Yeah.
on top of the yacht. So it's all going to be finished here,
Okay.
and then they're going to lift it, and they're going to take it to the whatever yacht this is for,
Okay.
and they're going to
Wow.
install it. So you're not going to have a mistakes. What's good about it, if you have a very good templates that you take on a yacht, and then you really do it well,
Yeah.
you're going to have precisely done teak decks.
And how are you then bonding it to the boat?
Because that's a composite on a composite. You put a special layer under this of
Right.
epoxy.
So the
and bond
epoxy.
it. Yes.
Bonded by epoxy. Okay.
Now next time, when in 5, 10 years, 15 years, they're going to remove this,
Yeah.
and then they're going to lay another layer. But it's going to be flat layer.
Yeah.
So first time when teak goes on a boat,
Yeah.
it goes completely different way that a lot of builders do. A lot of builders will go, I mean, that's fine. I mean, they're going to be building on top of that. So that's the part. Do you guys want to go all the way forward?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go and see.
But let's be careful. Very, very careful. So you see that preparation period, and that's what I was talking about.
Yeah.
Look at that, and look how thin it is. Look, the thin layer. And that's the layer it's gonna be teak bonded on.
Yeah. And then on the other side, bonded to the boat.
Exactly.
Wow.
Okay, let's see that I can enter here. Very, very careful with this. You guys will see jacuzzi.
Yes.
That's our jacuzzi. It's already done. So this is a very, very warped.
Yeah. Temperature controlled in here.
It's a temperature control.
Yeah.
This is special, and you see when we're looking at the jacuzzi.
Yeah.
So that is upside down.
Yeah.
So you see the upside down, the piece of the jacuzzi.
It's not glass.
It is a glass.
It's not glass.
Okay,
See
sorry.
the glass. Come on.
Maybe we'll cut it. Maybe we'll cut it out.
Cut it out. Wow.
So,
Okay.
what is this area? This is another area that's going to see. This is an area where the special components that want to be in a clean environment.
Yeah.
We build them here, and then we provide a high heat, so
Yeah.
they're pure.
Curing. Yeah.
And then this is going to go and getting installed and bonded.
Wow.
Yeah. So let's see if we can also look through another area, and you're going to see another. And do you remember Melly was telling you about heaters? How he heats the boat?
Yeah.
That's what is going to be used for curing the yacht.
Okay.
We use a lot of this.
Yeah.
Guys. That
It's
provides it
hot.
warm. And now
I didn't
here,
interest.
just careful. This is very slippery, please.
Okay.
Very,
Be
very
careful. It's slippery here.
Very slippery.
Wow.
So you see other components
Yeah.
here of the part of the boat building and part of the hall and stuff that we are building on different kind of yachts.
Wow.
But this is all cleaner environment,
Yeah.
and then this is all. And if you remember, under here is the epoxy. Is the epoxy mixing machine. And
Yeah, okay.
So they're very close to come up here and to the work what they need to do in
Yeah.
those areas.
Well thought out. the layout.
I have seen most of the yard. You know?
Yeah.
Let's go check electric.
Let's go and see electric.
Yes, yes.
Aha.
This is our electric foreman. This is the guy who makes all electric happen.
Good morning, good
Yeah,
afternoon.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so this is all his premises, and this is where we keep all the electric wiring. You see all the components
Yeah.
that what we use that you saw inside when we, when we build the yacht and do all the electric wiring. We do all the electric work ourselves and we have a test bench here that our electric team uses, and this is all happening in house. And you use all the components and all the pieces that we're gonna use for our boats.
Battery connectors.
So that's kind of a, you'll see all the insulation material. You'll see all the breakers and everything that is needed for that work. Okay.
Nav lights.
Of course.
Wow. Could you just keep everything in stock?
And then we also have another area where some of the our upholstery work is happening. So we have also our internal upholstery work.
Yeah. That's all
That
done.
also in house. Okay.
Okay.
So that is the area, and let's start from here. That's where you have our upholstery team.
So you keep this in the cleanest area of the
Yes, you need
workshop. Yeah.
need to.
Okay.
So you see some of the work there, beginning work.
Hi.
Hi. Yeah, they're doing right now here.
Right.
And you see that they're preparing some of the cushions. And some of the cushions you saw probably on the 67 that you guys were there. So the 67 cushions and others were done in-house. And that all the different kind of materials they're using. And you see another team there that is working on that. So probably they're using epoxy. We can
Yeah, have a look at that.
Yeah, of course, we can go. So this is what is cool. Some of the finish
Oh, this is a veneer.
veneers, yeah.
These are all your sheets of veneer.
Yeah. Yeah, so you see.
Oh, wow.
And we have a lot of different kinds. So we have mahogany, we have teak, we have all of different kind of sheets and we have a ton of it. So this is for several yachts. So we buy them, we procure them, we keep them in temperature controlled environment.
Yep.
And then you see that, they're all the different kinds. These are the most, this is the zebra wood. This is the one that we had downstairs. This is the one which is on the 87 is in the VIP room.
Yeah.
And it's getting all varnished.
Yeah, that's right.
So we keep this all, and we stock it, we just buy it, and then we have all different kind of wood that then client can select, and then we can do all different kind of finishing.
Fantastic.
So then we have some specialized machines to cut the veneer. That's the edge bender. This is a very, very, very expensive machine.
The edge bender.
Yes, which bends the edges. This is something that we got from Metrica. We didn't buy this.
Okay.
This was one of the big items that we very rarely use it, but when we need it, this is for very, very high-end work. So some of the things that you guys saw was done on this machine.
Wow. Okay.
And then you see here, that's where our guys are working on so it seems on a bag edges of the cushions, or I don't really know what the guy's doing, but I mean that, and you see what kind of work they're trying to do.
Yeah.
The quality and the finish and all the different material. So that is the area where we're going to be upgrading very soon.
Right.
So we're going to be making it complete. So what you're going to see here, then we're going to go to do you remember you saw the paint cabinets?
Yes.
This is going to be all like this in future.
Okay.
All that area is going to be
like
built with a specialized paint cabinet.
Right.
In the future.
Understand.
So right now, but this is where all of the varnish work is done.
I love that smell, huh?
Exactly. That is the area where we keep all of the specialized paint
Right.
and varnish.
So what they're doing, they do varnish, then they do a sand, varnish, sand to increase the thickness, right?
Thickness, exactly. So now we're going to go to more.
Well, I've got to say, there's so much volume and space for the guys.
So we have an
For the
ability
guys to work, it's amazing.
Yeah, and we also have an ability to expand and have it more. But what you're going to see here is this is the area where the physical paint happens, and specialized control room with a filtration, and you see the floor, ceiling, to floor,
air comes in,
ventilation.
air,
Exactly.
right, and that's all filtered.
Exactly.
So
This
you
is all
clean
filtered.
air.
Also filtered. If you look at it, this whole filter,
Yeah.
specialized filters on the bottom.
So you don't get any contamination on the.
Yes, exactly. To have as
paint.
minimum contamination as possible,
Wow.
and that's one of the.
But this was already here when you acquired the
Correct, but
facility.
we are going to upgrade this. This
Yeah.
is we're going to put on a different level.
Okay.
And what you're going to see if you when we're going to look at other place,
Yeah.
you'll see that it's like it's units, already built units. This is what we're going to put all over here.
Fantastic.
Probably about 6 months to a year. It's going to be
Right.
to a different level. Okay.
You got ventilation.
Filter,
here
of
as well.
course, you need to. During
Before
entry.
going in, yeah.
Yes, before
okay.
going in and out, you need to have filters and ventilation for paint because, as you know, varnish and paint of the interior is
Yeah. Tip top.
it needs to be tip top. Yes, exactly. Okay.
Right.
Now, this area, Tristan,
Yes.
when you have a huge amount of interior, then this is a place where they store it.
Nice. Okay.
And also still clean. So it's a clean environment
Yeah.
where that you can. That's the drying area that you can, and you'll see now they're drying things there.
Oh yeah.
So first it dries to touch there.
Yeah.
And then we can.
This is more like we call the curing.
Yes, that's a curing.
Yeah.
Exactly. Curing.
Oh wow. I can hear you got air flowing.
It's flowing, circulating.
Filtered
in and
air-
out,
filtered air.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the area.
What a setup, huh? Wow.
And then you see there, they just redid an area just for storage and.
But I noticed in here, as I walk past, you got these big heaters.
Uh-huh.
So this is extra warm curing room, is
some rooms that need extra warmth
Yeah.
is here, and the ones that they don't, that's there.
And then this is all going to be for the 67 or 80 or 100?
Yeah, I don't really know what
Okay.
I'm looking for, but these are different components. The most probably this is for 100.
Yeah.
This must be for 100 when I'm looking now.
Wow.
But yeah, so this is, we started somewhat 100 work. And they're
Yeah.
probably storing here and having temperature control, so that whatever temperature.
So they put the heating on
Yes.
for different hours of the day. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
You can definitely feel it's all the differences in temperatures. It's so
That's-
important
yeah.
when you're building a yacht
Uh-huh.
to maintain the correct temperature and, more importantly, the humidity levels.
That's right. And it's very, very important. So we have also
Yeah.
ability to exit from here. And as you see, we're in a mock-up area now.
Oh, yep.
And so what's
Mock-up.
cool is that they are doing all of this
There we
here
go.
for
You're
our
seeing it from the
mock-up.
back now.
Yeah, that's what we're seeing from the, and I think we can go out from here. That's right.
Yeah.
That's where you're gonna have your portholes,
Yeah,
right? Or your
exactly.
windows.
Looking in, like, who's in here?
That's right.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. What I like about this yard, what we did, very integrated
Yeah.
for a worker,
Yes,
also
yeah.
for a client,
Yeah.
visitor to see how the boat is getting built.
Yeah.
So this is
So then, the one question I have, obviously we've seen the shells of the two boats.
Uh-huh.
The installation of the more mechanical equipment, i.e. main engines, generators, where is that done?
it's done
It's all
there.
done in there.
course.
Okay. So do you bring in like special cranes
Of
or
course,
something like that? Okay.
we have a ceiling cranes.
Right,
See,
yeah.
We have big cranes.
Yeah, I
We
did
have-
see it, yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
we have a couple of cranes.
Okay.
We bring machine and we have an ability to go from wherever we want and put the
Okay.
equipment there. But the yachts do not move from here. All
Yeah.
the finish is
It's
done,
done
there.
Yeah. And you, with all your boats at the moment, you're working with the Volvo. Is that right?
You know, we right now work with Volvo, but
Yeah.
we do work with Caterpillar. We work
Okay.
with MTU. We work with MAN. So
You're
we're
open
very
to working.
Yeah, we're very open to.
So the client comes, they say, I want particular
Yes,
engine,
of
you
course,
can
of course.
accommodate that.
Yeah, absolutely. But we're very happy so far with Volvo. So we're doing Volvo, and they did a
Fantastic.
good job for us.
Great.
So now we're gonna go to our stainless facility.
And here's where you stow
Yes,
the...
that's right now we store. We have a large warehouse. I don't know if you want to. It's
Yeah.
a massive warehouse we have on the top.
Right,
This whole
okay.
top floor is a warehouse. We
Okay,
keep a lot of stuff there.
right.
That if you wanted to, but here's all the epoxy that is coming. So
Okay.
component A and B, epoxy and hardener, and then this is going to go to the epoxy area.
Yeah.
Later on.
So are you going to knock this down?
We will knock this down
And then
we're gonna,
build a-
We're going to build another one, larger, that we can also physically build another yacht here.
So all the stainless on your boats are built in-house?
All the stainless.
Everything?
Yes.
The bollards, the cleats,
Yes.
the fairleads,
And
the
we're
handrails?
going to see them. We're going to see now them. So we can go now in and we're going to see. Merhaba.
Hey guys.
So we'll,
Nasılsınız?
yeah.
How's it going? All right?
How are you?
Good, thank you.
So this is our stainless shop. That's where all the stainless pieces come to life. And then that starts from the material, and we're going to see some of the bollards, and we're going to see UHV 100
Yeah.
anchor pocket that's getting done here.
Let's go and have a look.
Let's go and look. So
Going back, so all this equipment you acquired when you after you bought the
this
facility.
is all, and this is building. We separately acquired. So this building was not part of the yard.
Right.
Later on, we needed it. We acquired this,
Right.
and then we added and made this as a separate job. So you see some of how the bollards are done, and this is going to see your anchor pocket. And if you come here, and it's strange to see, you can't imagine that this is going to become the shiny piece of the
Stainless steel.
stainless steel that you see on the yachts. And this is a real part that's going to become UHV 100s.
And it's going to be looking
And it's going to be looking tip
Yeah.
top. And you're going to see it how this is going to be looking.
so nice.
So this is all done, and you see just a welding and,
Yeah.
and polishing. And then we're going to see the polish warehouse. That's all in house.
Big.
Wow.
How's that, sir?
That's a
That
thick
is one big
Yeah.
chunk of metal.
Yes. And this is a mill machine. This is a computerized machine
Yeah.
to bend or to cut the stainless. It's very, very, very top-notch, expensive.
Was it like water jet or
This is a little bit more sophisticated than
Okay.
water jet. You're going to see, and then so when you come here, you'll understand what this does. So you can really take and make any form from the.
Like a lathe, yeah?
Exactly, yeah.
Okay.
But computerized with a lot of different things that it can produce for you.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So none of this was here. Of course, this is all part that we acquired and installed it. And then you see the kind of like a more dirty area,
Yeah.
and that's good to see because that's the piece that you saw down there.
Aha.
And then
Okay.
that's how it becomes. That's how it becomes.
Yeah.
bollard.
That's the bollard. Yeah, look, these are all bollards here.
Exactly. And then
So-
and then you see the base of the bollard.
Right. Okay.
And then how it was just a stainless steel material, and then just became part of the boat.
Fantastic.
And unfortunately, most of the people never see this.
No, never.
They don't understand how
Yeah.
boat is really built, how all the materials are done. So yeah, so
That goes into the.
that's
There we
really
go.
cool that we're gonna see.
There you go.
There you go.
First time ever you've
Yes.
seen this viewers, I guarantee
Exactly.
you.
Exactly.
This is all world exclusive. How they
Absolutely.
build bollards.
You're the first one who's filming
Yeah.
the shipyard. Absolutely. And then this is going to be welded. And then when this is going to get installed, we're going to see later on, you're going to see how shiny and nice this is going to be. But it's difficult to imagine that something like this
Yeah, it will be
is going to
so.
become that pretty that you're going to see on a larger yacht.
Well, these
right?
guys are artists, sir.
Yeah, they are.
Good job,
Thank you very
guys.
much. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, thank you.
And this is the polish, right?
Yes?
Yeah,
It's a
yeah,
different
okay.
kind of polish,
It's the
different
same you get on those machines. I've seen
Yes.
that. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Fantastic.
And you see all the different kind of, materials that they start using. So that's,
Yeah.
and then you see all the other pipes, some materials that we use. As you see, we store a lot of stuff. So we
Yeah.
are, we are financially independent shipyard. We can
Yeah.
afford buying things and storing it
Yeah.
without client or without project.
Right.
Gives us an ability to really do it much quicker
Sure.
on time when we need to do it.
Not waiting for
Not wait-
suppliers.
Exactly. Not waiting for that.
Especially with the current global supply chain.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
And then of course, that also, has delayed us as well. But we try our best to have things in stock so it's, our workers have ability to continue their job. And now here, what I wanted to show you, we saw the paint facility.
Yes.
And we added another paint facility.
Yep.
Now, what's the difference? The paint facility that we saw,
Yeah.
that was for interior.
Right.
Now this one is for the components of the yacht for the exterior,
Right.
for the composite paint.
Okay.
you're going to see a completely
Yeah.
different level.
Yeah.
The environment. Where
Yeah.
you do either
fully
sanding,
in
fully
control
enclosed.
environment.
So interior facility in probably 6 months to a year is going to be exactly like this one. All that area inside, we're going to do that. You know, and that's.
And was this here when you guys?
No.
You guys acquired all
this.
this.
This building was nothing.
Was this empty?
No. Yes, this was just like just a storage, and so we added all the stuff.
So how long? So how long ago did you then? When was it? Remind me when you first laid a keel.
For which boat?
For Sandro is the first boat, right?
That's right.
That's
Sandro is
so.
the first.
When do you do that?
I think Sandro laid in 2019.
Wow.
19.
Yeah.
And then I think we'll launch her, 2020.
Incredible. The facility from 2019 to now, what we've
It's-
seen.
yes,
it's-
I have some pictures of how it looked.
Yeah, it's incredible.
It was a completely different kind of facility.
But the amount of investment you put into this place,
Yes, we. I mean,
and the
this
fact that
is-
you're financially independent, you got such a strong leg to stand on.
This gives us an ability to work with clients, to provide them guarantees that they're going to get their
That's it.
well-done product, and also gives an ability that our workers are not stressed all
Exactly.
the time.
I want to just, elaborate this for the viewers, just to understand, majority of the shipyards are working on fundings. So they rely on the client's orders in order to build the boats. But what George is saying is they are completely financially independent. So correct me if I'm wrong, the boat you're building at the moment, they're not client boats.
We're building boats, all three boats, 67 hole number one, 67 hole number two, and 100. Right now is owned by my group.
You're owned by the group.
And so we're
Amazing.
building production, we're building the boats, and we have a lot of requests, we have a lot of interest for our products, but we're not in a, but same time, we are now going to announce today with you that we have a now client for our brand new catamaran, and you're the first one who now hears about it.
Okay.
And so
Fantastic.
So we had a client that really loved our new revolutionary catamaran, LPC 70. So we just signed a contract with him. We're starting building that boat. So that's a customer funded project. So we are, it all depends. So, but for us to utilize our workers, we have an ability to build the boats without clients if we need that. And that's what we're doing. And then a lot of larger shipyards, if you look at Ferretti's, you look at Azimuth's, they have an ability to do that. But unfortunately, the smaller shipyards are not as independent. So it gives us an ability to build the yachts that we believe in. And that's
to a very
high
standard.
Hey, Tristan, so I want to thank you for you coming and visiting our shipyard. I hope that your viewers are going to see what we're doing here. From our last conversation, we said that, we'll show you from the real product how the yachts are built.
Yeah, absolutely.
And hope that this was interesting for you. And
it's certainly been an eye-opener. To be honest with you, George, for a shipyard to give unrestricted access, you left us alone without any of your employees watching what we're doing. And you said you can go and see whatever you want, you can film whatever you want, no problem at all. That goes to show how confident you, as the company boss, and your workers are in the boats. So thank you very much. I'm sure the viewers are going to be absolutely ecstatic to see how everything is built here in-house at Lazzara Yachts.
Hey, Tristan, thank you. And then from your other role as a now broker, we welcome you and your clients to come and see our shipyards, and hopefully we can together sell some good boats.
I think these boats will be pretty easy to sell. Once they've seen this video, I'm going to get a lot of phone calls and emails, I have no doubt.
That'll be great.
George,
thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Tristan.
And I'm looking forward to doing the sea trials.
Absolutely.
Which you promised.
Absolutely.
Remember this, viewers.
Yes, that's going to happen soon.
Okay, take care,
Thanks
mate.
so much. Okay,
Cheers.
bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Cheers.